So a couple of days ago, I'm searching the interwebs, the World Wide Web, which was invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 over at CERN. For those of you who don't know or remember, but the reason why I mentioned that, well, hold on to your chairs, little baby birds, and I'm going to feed you in about a bit. And it's going to be all relevant to what I'm saying because there was an article on Yahoo Finance last week by some dude from Fidelity, Jurian Timmer, and he is Fidelity's global head of macro. And this dude has gone on the record and claimed that Bitcoin can go as high as $1 billion by 2038. So 14 years from now, okay? Listen to this. 14 years from now, if you're willing to invest and wait that long, that Bitcoin could be $1 billion each. Now think about that. 1/10 of that would be 100 million. 1/100th would be 10. 1/1000th would be a million. So if we do a little mathematics, and let's say you're on a daily investment schedule, something like Swan, no sponsorship, I swear. Let's say, because what they do is, and there are so many exchanges that does this for you. You know, you set a schedule, you set the exact dollar amount. I believe most American exchanges and most modern exchanges right now, the popular ones, they require at the very least $10 a day. So you're talking about $70 a week. And I don't know who you're with. I don't know who you're signed up with. They do this for you on your behalf. They deduct the $70 a week from your bank account, and then they buy BTC on your behalf. So you're just buying Satoshis at this point. So $10 at the current rate is 0.000015117 Satoshis, right? So that would mean, if this article is correct, but let me go back to the article because he talks about Metcalfe's law. And what is Metcalfe's law? Metcalfe's law is a principle in computer network theory that states the value of a network is proportional to the square of the number of connected users of the system. It was formulated by Robert Metcalfe, the inventor of the Ethernet, not the internet, Ethernet, and later refined by George Gilder. In essence, the idea is that the more users of a network, the more valuable it becomes to each user. This is because with each additional user, there are more potential connections that can be made, leading to the exponential increase in the network's utility and potential for interactions. Now, remember, this has a bunch of criticisms, a bunch of things that weren't taken into effect when Metcalfe came up with this concept. For example, the homogeneity assumption. For example, Metcalfe's law assumes that all connections of the network have equal value. In reality, that is not true. Then you have the saturation point. Then you have quality of connections, network structure, external factors such as governmental regulations, market competition, technological advancements, and user behavior. And then you have dynamic nature of networks. Networks are dynamic and consistently and constantly evolving entities. The value of a network can fluctuate over time due to changes in user preferences, technological innovations, or competitive pressures. Now remember, there really isn't any competition when you're talking about Apex Predator Bitcoin. Yes, you have ERC20 tokens, everything under the Ethereum network, Ethereum-based coins, which are ERC20 tokens if you follow crypto, right? But when people talk about crypto, they bundle Bitcoin into it. Now, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, sure, but it's not crypto. Crypto, for the most part, especially shitcoins and meme coins, are pretty much barely regulated. But when you talk about Bitcoin, that is something that the world has never seen before. And look, we're 15 years in, right? And still, we're nowhere near mass adoption. So think about this. If that article, that's a hell of a prediction. You're talking about $1 billion. $1 billion? Dude, Michael Saylor keeps saying that buying Bitcoin now is like buying New York City real estate in the mid-1800s. Think about that for a second. So even if Fidelity's prediction is anywhere close to 1/10 of the overall $1 billion prediction, that puts us at $100 million. Well, let's go even further and say 1/100th. That puts us at $10 million. 1/1000th will put us at $1 million Bitcoin. And that is very, very possible by probably 2028, 2030 maybe. But check this out. I ran some calculations in ChatGPT, and if you stack $10 a day, right? And we're talking about $1 billion Bitcoin. $10 a day, you'll be stacking $151,000 a day, bro. Every 10 days, $1.5 million. That seems a little unbelievable, right? So instead of a billion, let's do 1/10 of that. Hell, let's do 1/100th of that. BTC's at $10 million. If you're stacking $10 a day, that's going to be worth $1,500. Every 10 days, $15,000. Every 30, $45,000. I mean, like I said before, we're nowhere near mass adoption. So could you imagine if this article or if this prediction comes anywhere near 1/100th? You're talking about 14 years from now. That's why everybody keeps saying this is like a generational wealth transfer. For the first time in history, the average man could be somebody in this world. Whatever you do with your money, that's your business. But think about this. We're talking about leaving behind a legacy. What's stopping you from investing $10 a day? Now, I know times are rough. Not everybody has disposable income like that. But think about how much money we spend on shit. Hell, I spend an average of $12 a day on coffee when I go to the coffee shop, plus tip $13. Well, it's also not just coffee, it's Perrier and a muffin, right? But it's like a daily expenditure that you don't even think about. So what's stopping you from not even thinking about it? So remember, like most of these exchanges that buy on your behalf, whether Bitcoin is up, Bitcoin is down, Bitcoin is sideways, it happens while you're in your sleep. That's what I'm saying. This is just an incredible opportunity before everybody even jumps on board, before it even comes an everyday regular thing like the stock market. I'm telling you, I'm surprised that most gamers or most tech geeks and tech heads aren't even in this. I know so many people in my personal life who are tech nerds and have never ever even thought about buying Bitcoin, and they criticize it heavily. But I'm so happy to report that last week I finally got one of my closest friends to start buying $10 a day in Bitcoin, and he was one of the biggest criticizers when I started this journey almost 12 years ago. And he finally caved in and said, you know what, like, it doesn't hurt me, dude. $10 a day doesn't hurt me. And he just told me that his goal, believe it or not, even at today's prices, what, Bitcoin went up a little bit today to 66, maybe 67. He said that even at today's prices, his goal before 2030 is to be one whole coiner. Imagine that. So if this is anywhere 1/100th to be true, you're talking about $10 million. Holy shit. Guys, let me know what you think about the future of Bitcoin, the future of finance, the future of our future. Make sure you smash the like button, the subscribe button, the comment button. Let's have a conversation. Follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep stacking sats.